The highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu unveils a Lagos State access to finance for small and medium enterprises through cooperatives. Senate passes 2 out of 4 tax reform bills. On the foreign scene, at least 20 Palestinians die in 2 Israeli strikes in Gaza market restaurants. And in sport, Flying Eagles of Nigeria picks quarterfinal ticket of under-20 AFCON tournament. Now the details. I am Sarah Adesanya. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has launched the Lagos State Access to Finance for SMEs through cooperatives LASMECO, with the promise to continue to provide more leverage and ease of business for small and medium-scale businesses. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who launched the initiative at Alausa, Ikeja, said the idea was a promise fulfilled from his electioneering campaigns. He said the Tripartite initiative was designed to break barrier of access to funding of up to 10 million naira with repayment plan spread over 2 to 3 years at 9% interest rate. Governor Sanwo-Olu advised beneficiaries to use the money for their businesses so they can grow and repay on schedule to access more funds.
Initiative that will humble us, because I know it will transform life, change businesses, and it will change the economic prosperity of our states and our country. Therefore, on behalf of the government and people of Lagos State, I want to finally also once again thank our partners and everyone who has worked tirelessly to bring this one to fruition.
Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, Folashade Ambrose Madebem, said the initiative is a revolutionary financing scheme for medium and small-scale enterprises, MSMEs, to provide a single-digit non-collateralized loan. Ambrose Madebem said the loan will be given to businesses under cooperatives and unlock the next generation of entrepreneurs in the state.
This initiative leverages the power of cooperative societies, one of the oldest and most trusted community-based economic models, by empowering cooperatives to serve as financing conduits. We are ensuring that access to credit is localized, credible, and sustainable.
In his remarks, the managing director of Bank of Industry, Olashopo Olusi, said the bank partnered Lagos State on the initiative to ensure access to finance for MSMEs to tackle poverty and guarantee economic growth in communities. Our correspondent, Adeola Kindele, reports that the high point of the event was the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding on the initiative between the Lagos State Government, Bank of Industry, and a financial institution. A total of 85 right-of-way have been delivered for different projects by the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development under the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration from 2019 till date. Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Oluyinka Olumide, stated this at the ongoing ministerial press briefing at Alausa, Ikeja. Olumide also hinted that the Model City Master Plans, Action Area, Development Guide Plans and Operational Guidelines in Lagos, Ibejuleki, Alimosho, Badagry, Koshofe, and the Ikorodu areas of the state are at different stages of completion, while plans were also initiated for other areas not yet captured. The commissioner noted that to address the emerging challenges and enhance governance in Lagos State built environment, the Office of Physical Planning embarked on new initiatives for better delivery, like the Lagos Physical Planning Summit, interagency collaboration, 180 days amnesty program. Olumide said in the first, second, and third phases of the amnesty program, a total of 18,489 applications were received, while 11,856 approvals were granted, with 601 outlets opened across local government and local council development areas.
Without a doubt, the administration led by our dear Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, is waxing stronger in his commitment to the built environment of Lagos State, as indicated in the laudable achievements and initiatives recorded in the sector in the past 6 years. However, we can achieve more with more collaborations in bringing valuable information, education, and enlightenment to our people.
Olumide, who faulted construction of illegal estates along the Bejuleki, Akpe, and Ikorodu corridor, said enforcement for strict compliance for estate will soon commence and defaulters will not go scot-free. Our correspondent, Adeola Kindele, reports that in the year under review, the Physical Planning and Building Control Appeals Committee received 95 petitions against the government agencies, individuals and public officials, conducted hearings on all petitions and delivered decisions on 35 of the petitions, while 32 were struck out due to petitioners' absence, while with 28 ongoing. The Lagos state government is taking its call for youth across the state to seize the opportunity presented by the ongoing 89 regular recruit intake RRI exercise of the Nigerian Army to Igondo, Ikotun Local Council Development Area and Ikeja Local Government Area. Speaking during the sensitization visit to both locations, the Secretary to the State Government, Bimbola Salu Hundeyi, said the initiative seeks to align with the federal government's directive for all states to contribute to the country's military strength. Salu Hundeyi will emphasize that eligible participants must be between 18 and 26 and of Lagos state origin, urged communities and local leaders to actively support the drive. According to her, the sensitization is not just about recruitment, it's about preparing young men and women to serve with integrity and excellence, and a call for communities to support and uphold the values of Army presence. For her part, the Vice Chairman of Igondo and the Ikotun Local Council Development Area, Mojisola Badmos, highlighted the military's multifaceted roles, clarifying that the Army is not solely about combat, but also offers career paths in engineering, logistics, and administration, among other things. Also, the council manager, Ikeja Local Government Area, who was represented by the head of admin and human resources, Jubril Olusegun, advised youths that having a career in the military is both a great privilege and a source of pride for their community. Ahead of the APC's primaries scheduled for Saturday, 10th May, the Lagos state government has issued a traffic advisory to aid free movement during the process. According to a statement signed by the Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiemi, motorists will not be able to access Acme Road from Adeniyi Jones, Lateef Jakande, and Acme Crescent. Ends at the entire stretch of Acme Road will be closed for vehicular movement. Consequently, motorists coming from Adeniyi Jones are to link Aromire to access Allen Junction and continue their journeys, while those coming from Allen can navigate through Aromire to link Ladipo Oluwole and access Guinness to reach their intended destinations. Motorists coming from Akilo Road will also be able to connect Wemco Road, link Lateef Jakande, or continue onto Omole to complete their journeys. Members of the public are advised to plan their movement and avoid the area if they do not have any urgent business around Acme Road to ease movement and reduce congestion. Oshiemi assured the officials of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, that Oshiemi assured that the officials of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, will be on ground to manage vehicular movement along the affected corridors. And now to the rest of the stories. The Senate has passed 2 out of 4 major tax reform bills, marking a significant milestone in the ongoing overhaul of the nation's tax administration framework. One of the bills seeks to repeal the Federal Inland Revenue Service Establishment Act, while the other is aimed at establishing Joint Revenue Board establishment. Bill 2025, along with the Nigeria Revenue Service Bill 2025, were passed following a class by close consideration during the Committee of the Whole and their subsequent third reading on the Senate floor. President Bola Tinubu had in October 2024 transmitted the 4 tax reform bills to the National Assembly for consideration and passage. Meanwhile, the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, commended the progress, expressing optimism that the reform bills would not only enhance governance but also revolutionize the tax collection and distribution acts across the country. The House of Representatives has called on the federal government to provide free screening and subsidized treatment for patients suffering from all stages of cancer in the country. The decision of the House was sequel to the consideration and adoption of a motion on notice during Wednesday's plenary, sponsored by members representing Ibarapa Central, Edo Federal Constituency, Oyo State, Aderemi Useni. Speaking on the substance of the motion, the All Progressives Congress lawmaker described cancer as a major public health challenge in Nigeria, with many patients unable to afford treatment due to the high cost. In its resolution at plenary, presided over by the Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, the House mandated its Committee on Healthcare Services to collaborate with the relevant agencies to establish a mechanism for the federal government to provide subsidies for cancer treatment and related drugs to ameliorate the sufferings of patients. It also called on the federal government to establish more cancer treatment centers as well as the procurement of more radiotherapy machines. And in foreign news, at least 33 Palestinians have been killed in 2 Israeli strikes on a crowded restaurant and market on the same street in Gaza City. The Israeli military said it was looking into the report. Earlier, local hospitals say at least 59 people had been killed in attacks since Tuesday night, most of them at 2 schools serving as shelters for displaced families. According to the Hamas-run civil defense agency, women and children were among 33 people who were killed when the UN-run Abu Hunesses school in Bureij refugee camp in central Gaza was bombed twice on Tuesday. And in sport, Nigeria's Flying Eagles team has qualified for the quarterfinals of the 2025 Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations after a 2-2 draw with Kenya in the final Group B game. Striker Parobo Anere and captain Daniel Bessie scored for the Flying Eagles as the team finishes in second place on 5 points in the group behind Morocco on Wednesday. The Moroccans topped the group with 7 points after defeating fellow North Africans Tunisia 3-1 in the other game, also played on Wednesday. Tunisia with 3 points will now have to wait and hope to be among one of the best third-placed teams. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Solo administration, 18,000 teachers were trained under a co-excel? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, have a highlight of the major stories. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has launched the Lagos State Access to Finance for SMEs through cooperatives, LASMECO, with the promise to continue to provide more leverage and ease of business for small and medium-scale businesses. The Senate has passed 2 out of 4 major tax reform bills, marking a significant milestone in the ongoing overhaul of the nation's tax administration framework. We also told you that at least 33 Palestinians have been killed in 2 Israeli strikes at a crowded restaurant and market in the same street in Gaza City. And in sports, Nigeria's Flying Eagles team has qualified for the quarterfinals of the 2025 Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations after a 2-2 draw with Kenya in the final Group B game. For contact to the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Aderayo Idu Olaya. I am Sarah Adesanya. Thank you for listening.